Alright, so basically I've been requested by a few Instagram followers to make like little weekly vlogs on my car build setup by people over east, people in America and stuff like that. So basically what I'm going to start out by talking about is how it's getting built now. Obviously many people on my Instagram know that I did crash it on Thursday morning going to work, and it pretty much ruined the car from the whole look. So now, like, inspired by Chris, Richard, Corey's and Parker's, I'll put all their Instagram on the screen. Inspired by them, it's really like nudged me in the right direction to get it set up how I've always wanted it and how I've always like seen these people on Instagram have theirs. It's now like, alright, let's get it done and get it to their level. So obviously if you follow their Instagram or go on their Instagram and have a look at how theirs is built, everything's immaculate. So I'm really now going to progress to that other level where in the perf car scene there's not really too many stanced cars. I know of like 3 that are pretty well set up, but I really want to go to that next level where I like pull into a meet and it's like, fuck, like it's not just a Focus. So with my future plans, suspension wise, I'm going to BC coilovers supplied by Chris, who I mentioned on the vlog. I'm getting my BC coilovers off him. I'm going to N1 camber arms on the rear, again recommended by Chris, and I'm going extended lower control arms because they don't really make a camber kit for the front of these, so I've got to extend the lower control arm so it pulls the top of it in, pushes the bottom out. Some people say it's a bit dodgy, but if you go to just a 1/4 of an inch added on, it gives you a lot more camber, and it's not dangerous for the car. A lot of people have asked wheel specs. I'm actually running 18x10s all round with 215 4018s on a POS 20 offset. A lot of people have asked, you know, does it rub, does it scrape and stuff like that. So really how I came about having the car anyways, I was 19, 20, just getting my license, bit of a late bloomer. Went into Ford, seen the ST, and it was a little bit too expensive. I'd only been in Perth for probably 3-4 months at that point, so I didn't really want to have to pay ST prices, and I always had the intention of going down this route of stanced, slammed, whatever you want to call it. I've never been in that intention of having a quick car, like all track setup and stuff. That's not really my thing, although a couple of people know I've had a couple of Skylands. But I've always wanted to go down the route of stance, so I got the Focus Sport, which is still 2 litre NA petrol, but it's got everything the ST's got, but not turbo. So my actual plans with the car, probably in the next year or so coming up, is obviously the camber arms and extended control arms I've spoke about, but we are looking at doing an engine swap in the car, which we're either looking at an ST motor. People have ruffled a few plans of a Ford G63, I think it is, or with an Evo. But I think that's a bit too far. I'm not a big fan of that. Alright, so my exhaust setup I've got at the minute is pretty much, it's annoying. I've still got my cat. I've got one resonator, and from that it's a 2.5 inch straight pipe from the back. From where it usually comes out on the right hand side, it comes out from the centre now into like a dual, like a ST setup sort of thing. And I'm actually going in the next, when I get the car back on the road in probably a month, I'm taking my car down to one of our exhaust and mufflers, and they're going to set up 2.5 inch blast pipes to come out the rear of the car. And as it comes out the back, say where the back bumper is, it's going to come out about this much. You know, it's a bit of a stance faggot thing, but it's going to be like that. So basically, I've had a lot of people ask as well about my crash, and it's fucking stupid. Like, I hate talking about it and what happened. Basically, I was driving to work on Thursday morning, and it was like 10 to 6 in the morning, just going down the Mitchell Freeway. As many people in Perth know, it's dog shit at that time in the morning, and a car in front of me just braked, and I literally had no time to brake. I hit into the back of him doing like 100, 110. I thought the car was going to be a lot worse. I didn't really know much about it. I took a bit of a knock to the head, and by the time I really come round, I was in the back of an ambulance being took to hospital. Luckily it came back that there was nothing really wrong. Just a bit of sore neck and a bit sore in the morning. The dude who I crashed into was completely fine, and I had to go and view the car like literally 20 minutes after I got released from hospital. Me and Chloe went to go and look at the car, and I was dreading it, like I was shitting. So we went to go view the car, and it turned out it was like front quarter panel, front light, lower control arm bent, did its thing, and yeah, so up for a couple of parts, but now it's really It's off the road, it's stripped, as many people have seen. I've got the whole front end stripped, whole back end stripped, and I'm really building it to the specs that I wanted now. Shout to Tony's Auto Wreckers in Perth that are setting me up with all the ST front end, all the ST seats that I want, the ST steering wheel. They're giving me the heated seat module as well. They're really looking after us on price, so if you need anything, get at them. As well as DIY Garage, they've also looked after the car really well. I had an issue with a timing cover that cracked, sent it to them, straight away got onto it. Any advice I needed or need suspension wise or anything like that, I can just give Jamie a call and say, look, what's going on with this, you know, and he'll always give me good feedback and let me know. So they're really good people to be teamed up with as well. As far as wheels go, I'm actually sponsored by Wheel Warehouse over in Brisbane. So yeah, they did sponsor my wheels, and pretty much over a few days talking to Carl, who's their sales director there, speaking to him and told him what I wanted, and he was really helpful, and pretty much, yeah, sent the wheels out, was both unknown as to how they was going to fit, how they was going to look, sent the wheels out, came into work, and trusting Carl, he made them absolutely perfect. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better fitment. It's kind of fucked up my fenders a little bit and on the front, but it is what it is when you're running that sort of tyre size and width on a car that's only running like 18x9s, and it comes out the factory like 7.5s. So basically all these vlogs are going to be about, like, on a weekly basis. We aim to get them out at 8 PM every Sunday, just like weekly vlogs of car events we go to, little upgrades that I do. As most people know, I did wing raisers, I did 50mm wing raisers, but instead of paying the extortionate prices that people charge for them, big companies, I actually made them for $5.08 and about 20 minutes, and it looks, if not better, just as good as what the wing raisers that cost, you know, $120, $130. So I've had a lot of people asking about that. So my vlogs are going to include little cheap and like little bits that, you know, are just effective on looks. Front lips, I've had a lot of people ask about that. It's literally like $17 garden edging, and it looks effective, it looks good. In my own opinion, I've had a few people say it looks not very good, but you're always going to get that no matter what you do. You're always going to get people that hate on stuff that you do on your car. But yeah, so it's basically going to be just car events, little upgrades I do to my car, little maintenance things, and just stuff like that. So we are actually looking, in talks with Chris over in Sydney. There's a thing called All Fords Day, which is, I think it's next month. I was meant to be going over for that, but due to starting a new job I actually can't. But we're looking at going over to Sydney in November. With the car, put it on the back of a trailer with a four-wheel drive and go over there for just a long weekend, just me and Chloe, and yeah, we'll probably get a lot of vlog stuff from that and meet up with Chris, and yeah, go to their sort of car scene and go and see what they're all about. Well, I'm pretty sure Chris will probably do the same and come over here, so there will be a lot of work with them. That should be pretty good. And the boys at Stance Royalty as well, Shay and Jackie, giving us advice on, you know, obviously they're killing it at the minute, giving us advice on how to set up, what sort of equipment to use. We're just really starting, as we say, it's the first vlog, so it's all like a guessing game for us really, me and Liam, who's videoing now. It's just a guessing game for us, so Shay and Jackie have just, yeah, been absolutely like priceless help. So I've had a lot of people as well. Obviously I got the Instagram on my car, and a few little stickers on my back window and stuff. Had a lot of people hit me up about where I got the Instagram stickers from, and that was from Scott Warren at Captivate Customs. Hit him up, top fella. Like, he pretty much, I requested, told him what I wanted, and he made it again perfect. It's really coming together now with people that I'm working with and teaming up with to get things done. It's all falling into place now, and I'm getting like a really good team around us that will do pretty much what I ask and advise on how to do it better. But anyway, I'm digressing a bit. So at 8 o'clock every Sunday we'll just chuck up a weekly vlog, you know, 10-15 minutes maybe of just car events that we've been to, little upgrades I've done to my car, maintenance bits, stuff like that. And yeah, it's not going to be, you know, fucking half an hour like some vloggers make about cars. It's just going to be a little 15 minutes every week on just the car scene in Perth, obviously going over to Sydney, and I'm sure we'll probably go to quite a lot of places. I've been asked about going to Queensland as well, which is probably going to happen in the next fucking year. But yeah, it's just to keep a little update on the car and how it's going, how the build is, and just the scene over in Perth, and let you do it in Melbourne, the States. Obviously the States are killing it in the car scene at the minute, it's probably second to none. But yeah, it's just going to be weekly updates, so catch you on the next one.